So I want to make this video actually directly for simply KeKe. I apologize for the bad connection, and I lost the live stream that I had going on answering your question, and I just wanted to make sure I put a video out there for you, especially since you said your baby's due on Monday, and I wanted you to have something to answer that question. So her question was whether or not I agreed with the suggestion of on day one timing the feeds basically. So 5 minutes on one side, 5 minutes on the other on day one, and day two, 10 minutes on each side, and then day three, 15 minutes on each side. I'm not exactly sure where you heard it from, but we definitely have learned a lot over the years. It used to be, in fact, when I had my kids, when they were all little, it used to be timing the feed. So it was 15 minutes on each side. But around, I want to say somewhere around 2010 is when, at least I know for myself, when we were taught and informed that timing those feeds is actually one of the worst things that you can do for your breast feeding. Namely because when your baby is on the breast and you're just doing 15 minutes on each side, they're not really emptying the breast. And if they're not emptying their breast, they're really not going to get enough of that fatty milk. If you were to go to the store, you look at skim milk or fat-free milk, and then you have the vitamin D, the full fat milk. Your breast has the thinner milk in the front and the fattier milk in the back. And so if you're breastfeeding and you're only putting a few minutes on each side, that baby's never getting that fattier milk. So the best thing to do is to allow your baby to feed for as long as possible on one breast. When they stop, when they let go, you can burp them. You can try waking them and offering the second breast. But if they do not want the second breast, then you are fine. A baby can get a full feeding on one breast. What you would do then is at the next feed, you would start on that second breast. And then, of course, you would let them stay on that breast until they stop, and then always offer the second breast. But if they do not take the second breast, they're full, then just go to that breast at the next feeding. We really just want to encourage that you're emptying the breast, that baby really empties that one breast before you move to the next one. Now, how can you gauge what a good feed is? So, we will say anywhere between 15 to 30 minutes, sometimes it can be 40 minutes, that a baby can feed, have a good feeding. But the reason we don't really like to do that anymore is because every baby's different in their capability of emptying a breast or their capability of feeding. So a baby that is really good at it might be able to empty that breast much quicker. A baby that's not really struggling can empty that breast quicker. But a baby who's maybe premature or who's still learning, who's still struggling with breastfeeding, or maybe is not latched correctly even, may be on that breast for 30 to 40 minutes, and that's how long it takes them to empty the breast. So we don't really want to time it. We just want to make sure that the breast is empty. We want to make sure that baby is actively feeding. We want to hear suck, suck, swallow patterns. So usually it's a suck, suck, swallow, suck, suck, swallow. So sometimes you may have to go into a quiet room where there's no noise, just so you can really listen to see if that baby is swallowing. You will hear, and you should be able to see the jawline moving. It will really move when they're sucking properly, and then you'll be able to see them swallow, and you'll be able to hear them swallow. That's really what we want you to focus on, making sure they're swallowing, making sure that they're eating actively, and they're latched correctly, and that they're emptying that breast. So that's really the key, and not timing. So definitely do not time the baby when the baby is on your breast. Let them be the one telling you when to switch to the next side or whether to switch to the next side. So that's kind of my answer to that question. I hope that it helps you. I'll be looking forward to hearing from you. Be sure to find a way to contact me so that if you have any questions after the baby is born, that you will be able to have a way to reach me if you have any questions. and I'll try to be able to answer and be there for you when that baby's born. So I hope that answers the question, and that'll be it for today's video. I apologize again for the live. I have kids home from school and they're all on their devices, and so the internet is dragging really slow. So it's the internet that's causing the problem. So I will again try to do a live. Once kids start school, I'm going to start doing live videos, and I think I'm just going to set a specific day of the week that I'm going to do a live video and a specific time, because advertising is kind of hard. Doing it last minute for me is the easiest right now, just because I never know when I'm going to have a moment before a kid walks in or interrupts or whatever. So once they start school, I'll start doing that. And they start school September 5th. So starting in September, I will start doing a live video for you guys once a week, and I'm thinking it might be like Wednesdays or Thursdays. So that's it. I hope you guys have a great night, and I will talk to you again very soon. Bye.